Hey everybody, this is Grant with Team CSTN, bringing you some hardcore domination on Redwood. In this game, I do something very interesting, and by the way, I am recording over this gameplay. I actually use the VMP at the beginning of it, and a little bit through, I switched to the Kuda, and the reason I do this is because as I'm doing it, and you'll see here in just a second, I'm aiming in. This game has a little bit longer corridors than the last game I was using it in, and so the VMP, it basically just, for me, doesn't have as long of a range, so I felt like this map is better suited for the Kuda as I got into it, a little bit longer. I was trying to get some of those longer ranged shots, and VMP has its benefits, and the Kuda has its benefits here. In this gameplay, you can also see that I'm using the perk, the tracker perk, so you can see where the footsteps are, which I have actually found become very, very interesting, and I think that maneuver I just pulled there is really awesome. I'm not sure if anybody else has tried that yet, where you switch directions while running one way on a wall. I think that is just absolutely amazing that you can even do that, that they let the mechanics work that way. And so that just shows how the wall running is so unique, and they definitely put a lot of effort into it and letting it, be as realistic as possible, as I would assume you'd be able to do if you could run along walls. But in this gameplay, we absolutely wreak havoc. I definitely am not as campy as my M8A7 video in Redwood the other day, so that's very nice. I try and not do that. I try and actually stay a lot more mobile. It's really funny, that person literally just ran right over the top of me. If I was 1 second later, I would have just been destroyed. And of course, they respawn and take me out. Let me know what you guys think about the VMP. I think right here you can see I just switched my my character, and you see it glitches a little bit, and my guy literally flies for way longer than he's supposed to. I thought that was the strangest thing, so I don't know if that's some sort of glitch or some sort of little error when you switch classes. I was like literally floating there. You can see it seemed very, very, very weird. But let me know what you guys think about the VMP and the Kuda, and I've been messing around with the Weevil. I've messed around with a number of the other ones, the Vesper and whatnot, and I'm not sure which one I like the most. I am definitely leaning towards the VMP and the Kuda. Those, I think, have the best aim, the best amount of bullets. They don't fire too fast. I feel like they made an immense amount of SMGs this game where they just unload bullets at a just insane rate. I wish you could actually like decrease the rate of fire that they have. That would be actually kind of a unique new thing that they could definitely add. And you can see the tracker perk working so well right there. I just love that, the fire footprints. And so in hardcore, because you don't always have a UAV up, that came in extremely handy there. But I think that, if you could slow down fire rates, besides just like doing like select fire and having it be like a, rather than fully automatic, like single fire and burst, I think it'd be cool if you could just take it and make it like a slow, or you could choose what fire rate you actually go at. I think that would be a very unique way of putting something new into Black Ops. Currently we're 9-3. We are doing pretty darn good. And I just love Redwood. I think that the corridors, the fact that there's not so many levels up and down, I feel like it's just a very fluid, very nice map. I love the fact that it's in nature. I prefer all the nature maps compared to like the city maps and whatnot. And I think that they did an extremely good job. You can see I have the Kuda out now. Absolutely love this weapon. It's steadier than pretty much anything. It is just an amazing looking weapon in my opinion. I think that it's like one of the most realistic, awesome looking weapons in the game. I actually like this. It's like one of the stock camos you got, and I think that it looks awesome. It makes it look like it's a little bit 3D coming out and bubbling out from the gun. Awesome kind of bluish purple color. Really cool. But let me know what you guys think about this gameplay as well down below. If you enjoyed it, I was thinking about doing a series where actually I try and choose like 2 weapons. So like I'll choose like and there's a nice little triple right there. I was trying to think of something where like I choose 2 weapons, and at the beginning of a match I use one, and I actually got the idea from this video, and then about like at halftime or whatnot, maybe I bring out another weapon. And there's the very first Talon, by the way. This is where I really do start destroying. So it's pretty fun. I was actually pretty low on bullets at that point, so I was like, oh, thank God I got the Talon. But I was thinking about what if I did where like at halftime I went from using like the LCAR-9, so like a pistol, and then I have to use like a shotgun for the second round. Or I use like a shotgun in the first round, and I use like a sniper rifle for the second round, or I can use the assault rifle and then like an SMG, and I have to do it. Or like, you know, I could do at every death I have to switch, you know, to my next class down in the ScoreStreak. I'm sorry, next class down in my classes. And I think that could be something really cool. You could set it up in a way that it would either be very strategic and work just incredibly well for myself, or you know, you can make it even very difficult, you know, using 2 different types of sniper rifles, or I have to use, you know, shotguns on a really long range map. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know down below. I'm going to be cutting the video here in just a little bit, so you don't have to see through that thing. And we're back to the second round of this Black Ops 3 Hardcore Domination in Redwood. I do use the Kuda for the rest of this map. You can see I bring in my care package, which in a few of my games, I literally brought the care package in just a little bit too late or too early in the last round, where I end up losing it for the second round. This is the first time I've actually used the HCXD, little RCXD kind of thing. I think that it's awesome. Now, I'm not really sure 100%, you know, how to use, like, see, you can jump, there's a speed booster and the throttle and all that good stuff. So I know it has an insane amount of like jumping capabilities and whatnot, which I find to be really cool. I want to mess around with that a lot more. But of course, you know, you just get one little kill. It's really no different than running around with a gun, besides the fact that if it blows up, you don't get a death on your for your KDR. So very unique. I was very lucky, by the way, right there, running up right behind that girl. There's no way she would have known I was there. But if I had gone to the left, you know, I would have been destroyed. And I find that that's a very unique mechanic as well here. You know, playing Black Ops, gosh, you literally can do so many different paths, so many different, you know, things that you're doing. You know, those little tiny minute ways of playing completely change your game. I would have one extra death. It would have destroyed my KDR a little bit more. And, you know, just by taking that last few more seconds and going right instead of left, just by looking over here rather than over there, you know, you can save yourself a heck of a lot of time and dying. This game I just absolutely loved, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, I am just literally running around and somehow getting behind literally every time in their spawn. This was just an absolute amazing time for me. I was just having a lot of fun. I actually got this gameplay right after my VMP gameplay from yesterday. So I was using the same weapon, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm just going insanely hard right now. And there's my second Talon. I call her in. I'm going to let her go a little bit solo for a little while. And it's actually the first time I've ever let the Talon fly by itself at all. I'm going to run over here, and I get something very, very cool in this care package. I have never gotten this before. It is extremely high. It's an extremely high score streak, and that's what I've been noticing about these, and I tried to open it, and of course it took over my Talon. I have been loving the care packages. You guys can let me know, but that is the power core score streak. That thing destroys everything that the enemy can do in that area. They can't use basically anything. I also learned a valuable lesson. Never take control of your Talon while you're in the water. Your character will just drown. I did not realize that your character wouldn't stay floating. So I sat there because I was like, oh, this is like a safe little spot. And I end up drowning. But I do get a few more kills with the Talon. I just have to take over any little vehicle or whatnot that I'm using. Just simply because it's too much fun. Why would I not want to fly a little drone around and absolutely destroy people? And so you can see right now we're 38-6, absolutely wrecking it. This has been an awesome gameplay. I've enjoyed it a lot. 172 to 126. So we are losing, but that was not my goal. My goal was just to destroy.
Losing Charlie.
Losing C. And I also like that corridor right there, even though I just died on it. That corridor is awesome if you know how to use it properly. You know, jumping off into the water, you can swim underneath and pop up right at B. There are so many routes to take in Redwood, you know, side to side versus up and down, and I find that much more enjoyable than trying to take all the other routes of going up and down in some of these other maps. I feel like that in the other maps, you know, it kind of got a little bit too jumpy in Advanced Warfare. It got where, you know, it's like, oh, there's an enemy over here. Let me just jump over this entire building before I before I do anything. You know, it got a very, very, very different feel to it. But as we come up to the end of this video, I would just like to thank you for watching. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more content, and please leave a comment down below of anything else you'd like to see in the future. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video.